Hey, Pop Rockers, how you going? Paul with you right now. Coming up in just a moment, we have Eddie from Eddie Rawk Band, and we're going to be talking about his new track, This Is Going to Hurt. If you haven't heard the track, I'm going to play it right now in the background. So this is Eddie Rawk's This Is Going to Hurt. If you can hear it in the background, that's what it is. So let's bring Eddie in. Here he is. Hey, how you going?
Hey, mate.
How are you?
Doing great, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I was good until I did a COVID test and it came up positive like within the first 30 seconds. It was like,
Yeah, it's around here too, mate. Just trying to avoid it.
oh, yeah, I know. I thought I got away with it. And then I think there was a lady on the train that gave it to me. So, yeah. So tell us about your track.
Yep.
This Is Going to Hurt.
Yeah, man. So this is a really fun song. It's got that really like bro country
Yep.
beat to it, and that kind of bro country vocal, which is kind of the path that we're heading towards with our sound.
Yep.
Wanting to be more current and modern. It's pretty much a party anthem.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a catchy title, and it's really just a fun song about chasing a woman at the bar. It's gonna hurt, just going in there either way. Kind of like the philosophy is, it's gonna hurt.
One more or the other.
It might hurt, but let's go for it anyway.
Yeah.
With a country rock kind of swing to it. So, it's just like we just wanted to write like a really catchy chorus and present that
Yep.
to our live show.
Cool. So just for anyone who doesn't know, there's yourself, Eddie, on vocals and guitar. We've got Rob on lead guitar, backing vocals, Ryan on bass, and Troy on drums. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. I just had to make sure I've got the bio down right. There's nothing worse than making a mistake. I did that once before with someone else. I was like, I was calling an album the wrong name. We're talking about the album that's been around for 30 years, and I got it all wrong. It's most embarrassing. You don't want to do that too often. So
that's the lineup, and yeah.
Yeah. When did you get together?
So the band started officially in about 2018.
Yeah.
To be precise, with a slightly different lineup. We started as a three-piece band.
Yep.
And we played like Tamworth, and I started busking in Tamworth in 2018. That's kind of how the journey started. So then I thought, this is cool. I like this scene. I want to put a band together, and because I was writing songs that kind of fitted that scene.
Yep.
And I know we recorded some singles between 2018 and 2020 with lockdown, before lockdown. So it was pretty much a three-piece band. I was doing all the guitar work, and I had a bass player and a drummer. Same bass player that we have now, different drummer. But because COVID kind of took a hit on some of the band members, and we had to shuffle things around a bit. But for me, the show must go on, and I'd say at this point now we're busier than ever. Like we've done 3 singles this year.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Biggest achievement.
Yep.
Whereas we were doing kind of like 1, maybe 2 singles per year. I think it was like, if you look on our Spotify, it's like,
Yep.
1 every year. Like, and then, we just like trying to ramp it up, get the singles out there more frequently, more busier writing and recording.
Yeah.
But basically we started in 2018. It's just been a journey ever since, learning, how to, how to promote yourself, how to market yourself, and how often to record singles, and how much is too much, and all that kind of stuff. So it's been a learning experience, but I feel like I'm really looking forward to 2024, because I think we've learned a lot this year, and I think even 2024 is going to be even bigger for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope 2024 is going to be good, because I think it's going to be good for us as well. So I'm looking forward to 2024. But for anyone who's listening or watching, the QR codes that come up on your screen, if you scan them in with your phone, it'll take them through to, in this case, what Spotify up will take you to the Spotify page for the Eddie Rawk Band, and you can listen to their music there. And also we'll have the song at the end of the interview as well. We'll edit it in afterwards, and you can be able to listen to it when we upload it. So we'll have that there. So in a second, it'll change from Spotify. I'll have all their socials will pop up on the screen. So let's go to Facebook. There you go. There's Facebook coming up there. So you said you had 3 singles this year. Are you heading towards an EP, or is it just going to?
Yeah, that's all in the works with what we're going to do. At the moment, we're already constructing the next single for February, and recording that, and workshopping the demo, just getting the structure right. A lot of care goes into that process now, more than ever. Like in the past, like we would do a demo and, you know, it'd be very, very rough. Well,
Yep.
these days, the demo almost sounds like it could be released, you know?
Yeah.
So basically when we get into the studio to do a song, it's so ready, like the vocal and is so like I'm just ready because
Yep.
I've already sung it in a studio format already. And yeah, look, you know, if I had it my way, I would say I would love to do an album at the end of 2024.
Yep.
And I guess it depends how the next couple of singles hit. And, you know, I think we're just waiting for a single to really just hit the mark, you
Yep.
know, chart everywhere, you know, make some noise.
Yep.
And then I think once we get that noise, I think we'll hit the album at the right time.
Yeah.
Or like you said, you know, maybe an EP is the answer for 2024.
Yeah. Are you finding many of the commercial stations picking it up and playing and running with it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been interesting. Like I've been doing interviews at least every second day. You know,
Yep.
Queensland radio stations, New South Wales, like yourself in
Yep.
Perth now. So it's playing interstate everywhere, which is awesome.
Cool. That's good.
And I'd say like out of all the singles we've done in 2023, this one's had the most feedback.
Yep.
Especially like on socials like TikTok and Instagram. Just because like this is gonna hurt. Like it's a great like sort of TikTok-y kind of chorus.
Yep.
So we got some funny clips of me like hitting myself with I've got a golf in my mouth, like a golf tee. Like this is gonna hurt, and then I got another shot of me swinging it and singing the chorus at the same time.
Oh,
so the engagement's been better, just because like we're just using the title as like a funny thing.
But it's a catchy tune too, so it gets into your head, and and every guy can relate to it.
So, absolutely.
Yeah, even if it's after a few bevies and you're heading out, you know something's going to go south. It's going to hurt. So,
you know, maybe it makes the women feel a bit powerful. Like, you know, they got the power a little bit in this song. So, you know, we don't mind that as well.
Yeah. So how are you going with social media? Do you get, like you said, you've got a few TikToks out there. Are you finding people are engaging on social media?
It's funny you asked that because you know, I've been putting up quite a few TikToks. My goal was to do every day, but, you know, this is literally the busiest time of year. You know, I probably, you know, when you set a goal, you know, I always set myself high. You know, I'm doing every second day probably just because I'm so busy.
Yeah.
Lots of gigs and working full time, and you know, I've got a daughter due in a month.
Oh, congratulations!
So, my wife is pregnant. Yeah, so it's when it rains, it pours. You know, so you know, I think that you know, scheduling posts is amazing. You know, like I can just sort of schedule a few and then not worry about it for a few days.
Yeah.
And the one we put up yesterday, you know, like it had the most views on TikTok. So I think the view counts are starting to get more and more.
Yeah.
I think that these days it's about consistency.
Yeah.
And, you know, I would put like a really good post up, really, really proud of the way it's edited. And then we get like, you know, a couple of hundred views, not like no like, but a couple of likes, you know, and I'd be like bummed out. Oh God, you know, like that was a really good post and it kind of just drifted into nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my wife would be like, oh, it's about consistency. You know, you just got to keep doing it, you know, even post it again.
Yeah.
Because like no one's going to, and someone told me this, they said, no one's going to get angry at you. Just if you post regularly, like no one's going to get angry at you, you know, like it's an algorithm thing. You want to pick up in the algorithm.
Yeah.
And some people, if you look, I use other artists as an example, I'll go to their page and they'll post a similar TikTok 10, 20 times.
Yeah.
You know, like, and, you know, and put it to their Instagram. And so I think that, yeah, we're just learning it's about consistency.
Yeah. It's pretty hard trying to keep up with it because like we put out as many videos as we can, but we've got to also maintain the radio station, our Facebook page, our websites and everything else. It's a full on process. It's really hard trying to keep everything fresh and exciting, but I've found that the time of the day in which we post would depend on how many views we get. That's
another thing. There's so many things to consider. Yeah, you got the peak times to post, and then like we've done some posts where we've tried to hit it at like if you hit it at 5 p.m. right, you know, and then rather if you hit it at 7 p.m. it hits a bit better because people might be scrolling at that time, or it's just a bit of trial and error.
Yep.
I find with that, like finding even sometimes if I post it at 6 a.m. it's done pretty well because people kind of wake up and they're looking at their phone.
Yeah. All right.
So
I've got a few questions that I ask everyone. So one of the things that I like to do is try and work out the process of your writing and from a writer's perspective and creator. what goes through your mind when you when you come to sit down and you say I want to write a song? Is there any processes, any rituals? Was there anything you do to sit down and start writing a song, or you just get there and just go, okay, pick up a guitar, some chords, and there it is?
So when our first single, "Take Me Home, Red Dirt Road,"
Yep.
that one did really well. I literally wrote that in one night with a pen and paper and an acoustic guitar. I had the chorus line in my head.
Yep.
And the rest just flowed out like that. That's kind of a magic moment when like I remember going back to all my voice memos from like 2018, and like I totally forgot that I'd written that whole song in one night.
Oh, yeah.
So like that was just I had like a chorus idea in my head, "Take Me Home, Red Dirt Road," and then other times there will be just like I'll be playing the guitar and like there'll be a certain rhythm. So our single, "My Life's Road," that came about with I had this like train groovy rhythm I was playing on the guitar, and I was humming a melody over it, so the words weren't there yet.
Yep.
So I remember our first rehearsal when we workshopped that song. I got this tune, and I wanted like kind of like a trainy brushes vibe, and I would just like go na 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 na. I just sort of mumble words, and then me and the bass player got together, and we, over what I was humming, we just penciled words to it. That kind of, developed a storyline. We would just chat about what do we think the song should be about.
Yep.
And that came about that way. Now, currently, because we're co-writing with a guy named Clive Young, who's written with like Adam Brand, he's written with the McClymonts, and he's won a Golden Guitar. Like we went over last week to just finish the demo of the next single, but just spontaneously just happened. Like one of us had a guitar and a riff happened, and all of a sudden we're writing a different song. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
And we just ran with it. So there's a myriad of ways it can happen, but essentially it's always an acoustic guitar.
Yep.
And it's usually like a thought or an idea of like a concept or a song title.
Yeah.
Like "Take Me Home" was like a song title vibe. I've got notes in my phone where it's like, notes where I got song titles, and I got a bunch of song title ideas.
Yep.
And that might inspire the guitar to do something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the quickest you've ever written a song?
I'd say "Take Me Home, Red Dirt Road."
Yep.
And our "One Last Time" single was the same. That was back when I wrote those songs. I was living alone. I was single, and I guess I had more time to sort of just focus on it. Where these days, we get together, me and the guitarist and the songwriter Clive, we'll get together and we'll kind of work together on that, because these days, I might just get one night a week where I can go out, and the wife can look after the kids. So because there's a more limited time, the songs are churning out quickly as well now. I'd say the quickest would be like one night, like a couple of hours.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, that's good. That's not bad. I spoke to a few people, and they reckon their better songs, they just come, they hit them, it comes to them really quickly, and it just flows, and they've written it out. Song's done. 1 o'clock in the morning, they might wake up, or they'll be stumbling home 1 o'clock in the morning, and something will get into their head, and they'll write it down, and there it is. There's the song. It's like, wow. So I think it was who was I speaking to? Harry Cleverton. He did that.
Okay.
He come home at 1 o'clock in the morning and wrote a song. It's like, bang, done. And it was great. And so there you go. But so it's good when you can just sit down and write a song. I'm not creative enough to do it. I'm still learning the chords on the guitar. I think I've learnt D chord, A chord. So I'm getting there.
Man, a lot of songs are only written with 3, 4 chords.
Yeah, I'm on to 2, so I'm getting there.
So it's like country music's like 4 chords and a story, they say.
Yeah. Was it the professor of Rawk? That's what he says, 4 chords and the truth. But,
that's the one. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they're all similar, all the same. So, but we won't let the truth stand in the way of a good story. So
I think that's the key to songwriting. Be authentic and, dare to suck. Like sometimes I'll just spit out a line. And, the guitarist will go, "I don't like that," or sometimes you'll say something and it'll be like, "Oh yeah, that works." So we just kind of, the more you do it, the more confident you get at just throwing ideas out there, even if it sucks.
Yeah. Well, you don't learn unless you make mistakes. You got to make the mistakes to learn. So, but no, that's good. Alrighty, well, we're going to start winding up. I'm going to put the song on after we've wound up the interview so people can have a listen. They've heard it in the background at the start of the interview. Good luck with This Is Gonna Hurt. Hopefully it gets picked up on some of the more mainstream commercial stations and does well for you. And hopefully people will go to Spotify and places like that and stream it.
Yeah, thanks so much, mate. And thanks to the listeners for tuning in, and let us know on socials what you think of the song. Yeah,
so all the socials have been up on the screen, so always wind back and get your QR codes out and scan, and you get to Eddie Rawk Band's socials. Alrighty, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Cheers.
Great.
Is it loud enough?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, mama always told me, boy, don't you know you should not play with fire. But that girl walked in with the devil in her grin and her in her eyes. I threw back a shot and rolled up my sleeves, said, boys, I'm going on in. I should know better, lucky I got tough skin. This is gonna hurt, it's gonna sting like a bitch, it's gonna burn when I jump into this. She gon' drag my heart right through the dirt. This is gonna hurt, 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 hurt. Yeah, I knew right away that she didn't play when she called me out loud. She said, I don't need you feeding me lines, that ain't what I'm about. But them shots were cold and they made me bold. This could be hit or miss. Puckered up my lips, leaned in for a kiss. This is gonna hurt, it's gonna sting like a bitch, it's gonna burn when I jump into this. She gon' drag my heart right through the dirt. This is gonna hurt, 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 hurt. Yeah, I stole stars and I saw lightning flashing. Yeah, she got me good, but boys, I'm going back in. This is gonna hurt, it's gonna sting like a bitch, it's gonna burn when I jump back into this. Is gonna hurt, it's gonna sting like a bitch, it's gonna burn when I jump into this. She gonna